Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre. How's it going? What's grooving?
Good.
What's shaking? What's going on in your world?
It's been hot here lately. It's getting
Really?
up.
It's getting to summertime, huh?
Oh yeah, it was like over the weekend was like 106.
Holy shit!
Whoa!
No.
In Texas?
No, I guess yeah. Because and I'm like, well, in San Diego, completely different state, completely different. It's like
72 all year round. I'm surprised you left.
Yeah, it's in the 60s.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, today I think it was like
And
98.
I think gas is probably in the 60s per gallon.
Gas is also in the low 60s.
Low 60s now at time. But yeah, I was like, I'm loving it. For me, it's I'm like, oh man, this is fucking great. I'm like, again, the chef's kiss. Fucking overcast. You got the breeze from the ocean.
Oh yeah,
this is great. I'm like,
that salty air.
Just
Taste
fucking
it.
the air on your mitts.
Your swinging mitts.
Yeah. You're low hanging the low balls. I'm on Reaver just low balling everybody. $20 for a clone.
20
Double
$20.
$4.
If you don't take this, you're an idiot. Deal of a lifetime for me.
Suck my D blocked.
You don't even get that one off. Oh,
anyways,
we could have been friends.
So it's been hot. It's sweltering.
Yeah, it's
Kyle, you're sweating at it up.
Yeah, it's all right. I got AC everywhere I go.
That's
so
good.
It's been all right.
Portable,
Even like
portable AC just around your neck like a necklace.
Yeah.
People got the fucking
ice in a bandana.
Yeah.
It's tied up.
You got the BMW or Mercedes logo on your fucking chain. No, you got a little portable AC.
Even I worked out. I didn't work out, but I was working out at a building that's basically pretty much off grid. I mean, they are. I mean, they think they got power out there and they're well water and everything, but it's out there. Like you drive down a highway that's out in the middle of nowhere,
okay,
and then you get off a road that goes out into the middle of nowhere, and then that paved road, which goes over cattle grates, and you're in like pastures. Basically, it's like loose. It says like loose livestock. You're like trying not to hit a fucking bull. Have it just collapse on your fucking. You have to wait for him to cross the road.
Real
and shit.
life Mario Kart there.
Yeah. So
you're like Choco Mountain going down.
Fuck. You could just slow down, right?
The Moo Moo Pass or whatever it's called. And you're trying not to dodge the fucking cows and shit.
So
get a blue shell. You're driving the Ecolab truck. You're like trying to get the skids
as fast as I can.
And,
cut those corners. Find those secret.
And you got a fucking Danky Kang hit you with a blue shell.
Oh, you're fucked. So out in the middle of nowhere, going through pastures. I think you go through two of them. You're literally driving over cow shit on the road.
Yeah.
And then that nice paved road turns to a dirt road, and then you drive that for like 2 miles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I get out there, and I'm like, man, it's really fucking hot. Open the door to this building I'm working in, and it's air conditioned. I'm like, oh my god.
God bless this beautiful country.
I made it. Yeah.
God bless this beautiful country.
I drove 40 miles to
get
this
this
air
conditioned air.
It's like, man, the air conditioning in my truck is just too good. I was cold in there. Like, turn that down. Just,
a little bit.
Well, I kind of want to like.
I want a little dew on my forehead.
Well, I look like I'm working a little bit.
Yeah.
Too easy. No, I'm kind of.
When I give them the bill for this, I want to make it look like I worked hard.
I go outside and run.
There's another zero at the end of this than I thought there'd be. I'm like, well,
It's a little easier sell when you got it dripping off your forehead.
Yeah, like
when you can take your hat and just wring it out. Yeah, that's gonna be a
ma'am.
yeah, ma'am.
Is that Mountain Dew dripping from your hat?
You bet your ass it is.
Oh, you pour Mountain Dew on you like Gatorade. You're like,
or like you do with cold water. You don't pour Gatorade on yourself.
No, it's the commercials. No, you sweat Gatorade.
They were sweating Gatorade. God, someone missed the point of that commercial.
The characters are all black and white, and then the Gatorade, they're sweating. Like, yeah.
It's like purple or yellow. Yeah. It's like, that's not healthy.
Breaking the backboard. I'm like, the YMCA is not going to like that. It's a broken backboard.
That's coming out of your membership fee. We got your card on the file, sir. So, yeah. You walk in, you're like, oh, fucking heaven. Out in fucking hell, this little slice.
I found a little slice of heaven out here.
This little 1,000 square foot building with fucking AC. You're like, oh, can you close that door, sir? Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been hot, but it's whatever. I expected that moving out here.
Yeah.
It's not like it's surprised. Like what? What did surprise me was when it rained. The first time, and it was like hot rain. I'm like, oh, that's how it's going to be.
So those are two things I've never experienced together. All right.
Yeah. Well, because I bought like a raincoat. My brother's like, I said, oh, well, they had a one without a liner and then one with a liner. He's like, yeah, well, the one without the liner is what you should have gone with. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I should have gone now. Because like the one with the liner, it's like for cold weather, slightly cold weather just keeps it, a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've worn it a couple times in the rain, and, not to say that it hasn't been cold when it's raining, but most of the time, at least last year, I wore it a couple times. I was like sweating on the inside. Felt like I was, like a greenhouse, a walking greenhouse, just perspirating on the inside.
Yeah. You're getting you're out there getting it.
Yeah, but we got AC in the house and cranking that shit all day. One day the thing's gonna die. I think about it every day. I'm like, man, it's chilly in here.
As a homeowner, you think of things differently. I'm like,
yeah,
that washing machine is gonna die one day. Carrie, take it easy.
Yeah, slow down.
Do you have to wash your socks every day?
Yeah, you need clean clothes to wear. God,
the hell's it
I don't. You and I have different standards, apparently.
Yeah.
No,
we need to have a meeting about what clean clothes mean.
Yeah, we got a river down there. Just take your washboard down there. I'll go with
rocks.
You. I mean, I'll go fishing. No,
and then it's like the AC, or it's always like,
yeah,
looking at him like, please don't let it be the day.
Yeah, it'll be the fucking hottest day of the year. I know it. Be like, we're pulling 114 today. We're pulling triple digits today.
Yeah.
And you're like, because like, well, because Carrie works from home, so it's running pretty much all day.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have like some vents open and some closed. I'm trying to like get it so the whole house kind of cools down at the same time. But still, like our bedroom, it's like a fucking refrigerator in there, which is great.
That's the best.
It's great. But then like when I'm in here,
it's
parka
on.
Yeah. I have to like close that one to get pressure to the other side of the house,
Oh, yeah, so, yeah.
And then like if I have some closed and some open, like the thermostat is in the hallway. So the hallway's warm, so it just keeps running. It's like the bedroom feels like it's like 65 degrees.
Just like, cranking the machine. Let's go.
Yeah. And the rest of the house is like still not made to temperature yet.
Your cats are moving slower because they're all frozen.
Like molasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. Their blood is thickening. Like, anyways, enough about the weather.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I did want to say, I feel like sometimes when I'm driving and like the AC's super chill, like super cold, and I'm like, it's hot outside, I want to be like, well, maybe I should turn this off and like, roll down the windows and just condition myself, like condition myself to the outside world.
To
like
the elements, yeah.
Yeah, season myself out, just like,
yeah.
Get used to the temperature, and I'll run it for like a little while. I'm like, fuck that, roll this back.
Yeah.
I mean, what was I thinking?
No, I got myself
What
to this
the-
point. Technology
Yeah.
and human beings brought me here. Thank you,
What?
ancestors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my brother,
My brethren out there.
my younger brother,
Yeah.
who's lived here for a while.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sometimes when I'm outside working and I'm like sweating, it's really hot. I don't want to go back inside because it's like, it's the AC's running, so it's like a shock to the system. I just want to stay sweaty and hot.
You're just like,
I'm like,
what a
all right.
fucking idiot.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
back the fuck up.
That's
I fucking
really interesting.
Jack this track
Right.
up. You
And I just knock him over the fucking head. I just give him a fucking knuckle sandwich right there.
You fucking pull like a red hat on, like red Yankees hat, red Yankees fitted on. Back the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Red Yankees,
Yeah,
like
red,
the one with the baseball bat on it and the hat that's on it, like the
their style.
top hat. Oh
Yeah.
Jesus! I thought Yankees hats were all blue.
No, but he had a Yankees fitted red.
Oh shit.
My
Anyways,
my man Durst, he's out there. They're back.
oh Fred Durst. Oh, got
Yeah.
it. The boy. I
Oh, yeah.
forgot.
The
Your
young
bro.
the young king.
Yeah.
He's like a grown ass like 50-year-old man. The young king Durst.
We should pick the best song. We should have a list of like the best songs from Limp Bizkit.
Break Stuff. Number 1.
That's one. Okay.
Oh yeah. Number 1.
All right.
You know,
We live different childhoods, I guess.
You could put it on their greatest hits. It's still like, okay, all right. DJ.
Okay, let me
anyways.
reveal a guilty pleasure. No. We're on this.
That's a non-guilty pleasure because I love them. They're great. I've
There's a-
spoken out.
Guilty pleasure that people probably hate the song because it's a cover, kind of like how I hate the Metallica version of the was it Turn the Page?
George Michael. I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
Oh, is that a
everybody?
Limp
got a body
Bizkit cover?
like me. Yeah.
Oh damn, I wasn't even thinking about
it
that
was
one.
so good. Oh my god, they did a great job. You know what? If you don't like that, fuck off.
Okay, I was getting that.
I will. Gotta have faith. Yeah, the faith.
Okay.
So good. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I was-
fucking
I
put
was
that
gonna-
shit on
no,
right
I
now.
was- I was
Pause
gonna
the
play it.
cast.
No, we'll get a copyright strike again.
No, I know.
But that one-
What I was saying was it Behind Blue Eyes? Is the Who
Okay.
cover.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I didn't at the time I didn't know it was a cover. So you're like, oh fuck, man,
think
you're
people-
dropping
yeah.
fucking hot tracks, dude. And it was like obviously for a movie. It's like someone commissioned them to do. It's like a, one, it's a cover, but two, it's also like the music video has
Yeah.
like Halle Berry in it. And it's like, oh, okay, duh, this is for a
Rearranged
fucking movie.
in
I'm
together
never gonna
now.
watch.
Oh my! I'm looking at the greatest hits album. My way. Oh, okay. Rolling. Oh
My
God.
way or the highway.
Yeah. Keep
So-
rolling. What? Whoa.
What
Man.
I didn't realize in that listening to that song until recently, playing back, I'm like, oh, they used a fucking speaking spell in it. I pulled this out of nowhere, by the way.
Yeah.
No, so they used a speaking spell in the like. I'm like, oh, and they spell LIMP. I'm like, okay, Limp Bizkit. Oh, very cool. But
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's why I kind of, Anyways, we can get off Limp Bizkit. We can talk about them
Good
another
band,
day.
though.
Yeah, I guess they fucking jack some tracks up. So
Yeah, I honestly, I know people like to shit on them, but I'm like, they're actually not that bad. You go back and I'm like, okay, these are fun. They're cool. They're fun songs.
yeah, they
Anyways.
defined a generation. Anyway, so recording. I've been doing some more like double time song.
Yeah.
It's definitely like I've been getting pretty good. I think I've been getting pretty good at recording and keeping like guitars really tight and doing like the double time and then kind of letting, just kind of figuring out like void, guitar. I'm sometimes blowing smoke at my own ass, but what I've made, I really enjoy. I really like what I've done.
You got to be a friend of ours from an old band, Off Track. He's like,
Yeah.
you got to be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, you know, I mean, their band wasn't anything big or didn't become anything big, but I'm like, we were younger, and I'm like, that's
Still some good
something
advice.
I still took away. We were 17, 18 or whatever. It was like, you got to be your band's biggest fan. You got to love what you do. I'm like,
Yeah.
I still take that. We're coming at what, 34 now? I'm like, love what you do. Be the biggest fan of your music still.
Yeah.
So
I'm proud of what I've done.
yeah, you should be.
I'm still not done with the song. Need to work out vocals and do the structure still and work out some stuff. You've given me some advice on like the mix and stuff, and I'll come back to you. But it's totally like Flatliners ripoff, you know? But I'm like, damn, it doesn't sound like Flatliners, I guess. But it very similar guitar tones, I think, and maybe not. Maybe not. But
I would say like some of the riffs that we did on the EP that will eventually be released for playing.
yeah.
Slam Pig was definitely a Flatliners influenced song. Like,
yeah, so I'm doing my own shit over here in Texas too, extending the brand. So I was doing vocals.
Tone Jerks Records is what we're finally going to call it.
Yeah.
We got Plane. We'll put JIC on there. We'll do whatever I'm going to do. We'll do Sunrunner, and then your new punk band.
Yeah. So I think we talked about it a little while ago, but getting like a pop screen. Mm-hmm. You have one, but you had mentioned that pulling the actual like foam off.
Yeah. So
I'm like, because the foam kind of muddies it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It
So we're
muffles
both using SM7s right now.
Yeah.
And
pull it off.
Let's see if I can.
Let's hear everyone fucking with their their headphones in, screaming.
Okay. So this is with the foam filter off, and this is the SM7. I'm talking into it now.
Check. This is me talking without,
and this is with it on. So for
and
talking,
this is on.
I think it's the way to go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get all the mic noise out of here. But
yeah, we want to hear that.
It's totally fine. But for singing, you kind of want to. It's definitely a lot clearer, I would say.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna get that.
It's the plosives. Because with the Stedman pop filter that I had mentioned, it kind of has like vents. So think of like if your AC or HVAC unit, like whatever it's putting into the room, it has vents and it's pointing the air in a certain way. It's pointing the air away from the microphone.
Yeah.
So your plane without a pipe is going to be pushed away from the microphone.
Yeah.
So they're totally worth it. And the Stedman ones are like $100. They're not cheap. That's why people are like, the fuck do you need one of these for? Well, but they're also metal, so you can clean them. So if you have a studio and multiple people using them, I could use a pop filter for that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Slow down.
Yeah. Hey, multiple people using your microphone, a pop filter that you can clean would be nice.
Yeah.
I haven't cleaned
mine. We can smell it.
I've had Adam, Brian, and myself use them. I haven't cleaned it.
Fuck.
That's the whole point of it.
I'm fine now, I guess.
That's the whole point of them. Like, I got my studio. Guys, come over. I can totally clean these things.
Never going to. No, it's a good selling feature, but I'm never going to use that.
But if you ran a studio that you had people in, so if I was trying to record other people in here, I could do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, last time Adam was here, a couple White Claws, that's alcohol in there. We got cleaned up.
Oh, no. Not enough. It's got to have like 80%.
Next time, I guess.
You probably weren't drinking that.
Yeah. We got to go down to Blarney Stone for that. Get some of those. But anyways.
So, recorded without it. Sounded great. I still need to figure out, like, with the whole mixing, like, in my head, I want to be like, oh, yeah, you just keep pushing up everything or pushing up and then it's like, why am I in the red?
No.
So I'm like, shit, you gotta bring some stuff down so that the vocals can be,
I like to constantly this is probably bad advice, but this is my advice. So take it from like where I am in my recording and mixing and stuff like that.
In my life.
Well, I know that there's pros out there who are doing it and people who do it for a living, but I'm doing it for demos. I'm doing it for videos and stuff like that, which, aren't the best. I know people do critique it. I'm like, I wish I can hear this if it was on the fucking right side. Okay. So, okay, I'll get better the next time. But, so what I like to do is like, I kind of like each time, like I kind of get like a mix that I like for guitars and vocals or whatever. I'll take all the tracks and just bring them down a couple dBs. And then remix again. And I try not to, I don't affect the master. I select all but the master. Bring it all down again. And then
interesting.
Fuck it with them again. And then that way you're not, peaking anything. Depending on if you like to master to the mix. Or you can mix down and then master the mix. Which I don't do. Because for demo videos, I'm like, I don't have that much time.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I might have so much fucking time. But I don't want to take that much time.
All right. So, yeah, I'm fighting that stuff and like I'm EQing and
good thing to do. It's like you don't want your tracks to, digital clip.
Yeah.
So keep, just like, get it to where you're like, that sounds pretty good. Bring it down like 5 dB, 2 at least. And then check it out again. And then you can kind of like raise, bring down some, and then all of them, bring them down again to where you're like, okay, cool. Nothing's hitting above -6.
Dang.
So try that. Because I'm sure you have that in your DAW where you can like select all tracks and then whatever mix you do to bring it down. Fuck it, might as well.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet, but yeah.
So the mix that you already made is just brought down.
Yeah. All right.
So however much the bass is with the drums, it's the same ratio. Just lower. So
yeah.
Anyways,
so been doing that, learning, obviously got more, I don't know. Maybe I'll release an EP with this stuff. I don't know. I'm having fun doing it, and I think that's kind of what I'm working on now. I mean, just having fun with it. Getting better, obviously playing guitar. So that's what I've found I've been doing is like, I can actually move between these chords that I wasn't able to do before,
Mm-hmm. It seems like you also have a good workflow, too. You found it. And at least you're producing a lot more than I am. Which is good.
All right, just a slightly better workflow. Don't say good.
Well, a better work.
A little bit.
You found a good workflow for you. That you're like how you're recording, how you're doing it, and stuff like that. Whereas
when I have a really bad day at work, I just I turn off the lights, put on the RGBs in here, and I just just fucking play.
Yeah, to me, I'm like,
not really.
I'm just gonna fucking let's get nuts. Let's watch Peter McKinnon.
Yeah,
you mouth open,
you just
cool.
never get to it.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Oh, Donkey's got a video.
Yeah, I look at through all your subscriptions.
Like,
oh shit,
Donkey's funny. Oh look, he died in the game. It's funny.
So I guess more what's new for me. I moved the safe that was right here.
Yeah.
So it was a big piece of the screen.
Yeah.
So
Kyle had a giant refrigerator gun safe in that room.
Yeah.
I slept in it. I'm like, how did you get this thing in here? And you're like,
fuck.
Very carefully.
Yeah. It was very difficult.
Very difficultly and very carefully.
It's like 600 pounds. So
yeah, it was huge.
Yeah. It's still getting it out of here was tough too because it was on carpet. So what I did is I just put, while I push, step on the spot where the carpet and the safe are at a uniting and just slide it.
Damn.
It was tough.
It sounds like a real fucking
Carrie helped. It's great.
And a half.
Yeah, because it's dangerous too. It's it just because it's it's not like balanced. It's not like they made this like,
Yeah,
oh, well, we don't want it to
because
fall over
Just
on.
because it's a gun safe doesn't mean that it's safe.
Yeah, because it's heavy on the bottom and also on the top. So
Keep
it's not
the
like
bottom out.
a couple instances where I'm like, oh shit, like I'm leaning it and then like, oh fuck, it's going towards that wall. Like if it just taps the wall, it's gonna destroy that like corner, like the drywall corner. It's like,
All right,
well,
I guess we need some more
guess
sheetrock.
I'm learning drywall this week.
We need sheetrock.
Yeah, get some fucking putty on this stat. So move the safe. I put my PV amp over in that corner. Yeah. So and like moving that safe, it's like this room looks way bigger. Like this is the smallest room in the house. It's like literally like 8 by 9 or something. Like you can in the picture you can see both walls. Like in the shot of the video.
Yeah.
Like, and it does disappear behind this little cutout, but this way.
Yeah.
But anyways,
like
for the people that are listening, anyways, it's a small room, but I had a big ass shit in here.
Totally worked out for the purpose. It's like, all right, your office.
Yeah.
No work gets done.
No. Well, sometimes, but no, not the kind of work you want to hear about.
Yeah. Where it's like, okay, working overtime. Kyle's just working overtime.
So,
but like, okay, you can play music in there, record music, do video games, and all that in that room. That's kind of your playroom. It's the smallest one, so it's like, oh hey, let's have Kyle make it happen. Make it happen.
I hung this up. So before it was just sitting on the safe.
Yeah.
But I hung it up. I'll probably, when I get the rest of my guitars in here, I'll probably take it down and put it somewhere
Honestly,
else.
you should probably put it on the wall behind, or to
like
the
right here.
Wall,
right there.
Yeah, that one right above the guitar case or gun case that you have there. And yeah. That way it's just out of shot just a little bit. That you're like, is that a picture
the fuck
of himself?
Is that? Yeah.
If you ever do Zoom calls for work, they're like from home, you're like, is that a picture of himself on the wall? Oh, cool. Kyle likes music and guitars.
Wow.
The fuck
and
is
he's
that?
full of himself.
He has a painting.
He has a Lenin style photo or painting of himself. So I guess I have the amp. I decided I wanted to make an amp stand. So let's see here.
This is very cool. You got a picture, right?
So yeah, I got it right here. So
people watching on YouTube can see this. It's pretty fucking sick.
So I built, it's not like the best quality, right? But I used, we can see here a mistake I did. So these are pocket screws, right? My first time doing pocket screws. The way the jig works is you put it on there. What's that?
It's up. The jig is up.
The jig is up.
Okay.
Man.
No, just skip over it. Just skip over it. That wasn't good.
Fuck it. All right. So it clicked out of its, because you have to check the thickness of the wood. It has to be because it's got to be the right approach angle.
Yeah.
And it had clicked and I didn't realize it was on like the next size. So anyways, it was wrong. I drilled the hole and I'm like, oh fuck. I did like this whole board. I did like all 4 holes and I was like, well, I screwed that up and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not going to let that ruin my day. So I just used the same piece of wood and reset it.
Yeah.
So anyways, let me zoom out. So, oh man, you can see how nasty this freaking room is. Look at this clock where this clock used to be. Can you see the cursor on here or no?
I can see it. I'm sure maybe it'll come up on
it might not show. But yeah, there had to be a clock there. And like the dude smoking in this room.
Just blast on it. Looks like.
Dude, this dude was like having a blast in here.
A real blast, just like.
So, anyways,
real Buster
I just
service.
I wasn't really going off of a guide. I was just
Colonel Buster.
Damn. You're throwing me off here. So I wanted to say something. Anyways, it's not like show quality, right? You can see I have like this corner I need to work on here and here, and then I need to route the edges and stuff still. But my router's in San Diego. I thought about getting a new one. I think I'm gonna wait. I could get I could get a DeWalt one, but I have a really nice Makita one.
All DeWalt.
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, I don't have a sander here. I have a sander at home, and that one is a DeWalt, but maybe I'll get the battery-powered one. Anyways, we'll see.
Just wait, because you have the shit already. You already bought it.
I have it all. I know.
What are you going to
do
with it?
It's not battery. It's not battery-powered. It's plug into the wall. It's free energy.
Yeah.
So I guess that is what it looks like when I was building it. I didn't go off a plan, like I said. I literally tipped the amp back. Like, this is how I decided how I wanted the pitch. I just tipped the amp back to what I thought was a good height, and then I just measured. I measured how high that was, and then I took that angle, because it's really two 90-degree angles. So there's a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here.
Okay.
And I basically tilted it back, and then I took this piece and this piece. I mean, we don't know how the tricks of the trade, I guess, here.
The sausage is made.
Yeah, I took one side, I traced it on the another piece of plywood.
Yeah.
Or from the same piece of plywood, I just traced it on there, cut that out, and then these are actually like nice, I think they're pine. I think it's pine board. So this isn't plywood. The plywood is on the outside. And then slatted this, and I did pocket screws all the way around, glued it all. And then this is what it looks like with the amp on it.
Nice.
So I don't have I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to stain it. I bought stain for it, like a walnut. I was thinking of doing like a dark walnut.
Yeah.
But this looks pretty sick already,
Mm-hmm. And it's functional.
Yeah, it's functional. I don't need it. I'm not like putting on taking to the state fair. Look at this amp stand I made. I got a blue fucking ribbon for this one.
Got a blue Bravo.
Well, so I left this spot open, obviously, because the tube amp, I want some airflow. I could put a fan back there too.
Yeah.
Running
cables and shit like that too.
Yeah, run the cables out, or wherever. I kind of want to expand on this idea, and I could have cut this down so it was the same height, which I might still do.
But you could put a shelf. I think you mentioned.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, putting a shelf or making it so whatever pedal board I decide to use, it could actually latch onto it, or figure out how to put a bracket so it sits on there and I can have pedals above it.
Yeah, you can do a pedal.
So kind of mess around.
Pedal shelf, I think.
Or it sits, so the pedal board latches onto the top, and then when I want to use it, I put it down on the floor in front of it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of that. So yeah, it was fun to do, and it took me 3 hours or so. So probably way too long.
Pretty sweet though. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You want one, I bet, huh? You're like, oh, make me one for my orange.
When I find more space and move some shit around, maybe. But as of right now, I got no space for something like that.
I'll send you the blueprints.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
the
it.
Schematics. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's cool about the Bravo, it's already the speaker's actually already tilted back.
Nice.
So it's actually 10 inches down here and 8 inches here. So it has 2 inch of a tilt still.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I guess we'll talk about what I got also. I got another thing to add to my PV collection. So I got a PV Predator.
But you just got that recently, right?
I just got this I got it 2 days ago.
But maybe you can go into more details next week.
Yeah.
So this is a little Kyle got a
sneak
PV Strat kind of thing.
Yep, PV Strat.
He indoctrinated into the PV.
I know. Well, dude, being a natural born Southerner, I am now into PV. You know, they're made in Meridian. They were made in Meridian, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. All right, my kin over there.
Yeah,
okay. My kin. I got. Anyways, and then final thing to add to the PV collection, I got a fucking pick, dude.
You found a pick.
Yeah, I found one from probably NAMM. And it's a Tortex.
My size, a PV pick. Kyle is like a PV boy now.
Dude, yeah, fucking dude. I'm everywhere, dude. Anyways, we're back.
He's got the guitar, he's got the picks, he's got the amps.
Yeah, you see it behind me.
You know
we'll talk about it.
This
We'll talk about it
right now. Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, that's my what's new. What do you got?
I guess it's kind of a what's new for podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Both of us, I could say. Maybe we should have let off with that. So at the beginning of the show, you heard Colin Smith, friend of the show. His band, Mr. Specific, Tower of Knowledge. It was their new song that they're releasing soon. So we'll have that. We'll play the full song at the end of the show. So I'm super stoked on that. Actually came out pretty cool. He was like, oh, man, what do you think of the mix? Not that you're going to change it because it's already done. But and I was like, I like it a lot. I would assume they kind of did a lot of that on their own.
They're a 3-piece, right?
I think they're 4. I remember a live stream of theirs was a 4-piece.
Okay.
So maybe they've changed since. But yeah. So shout out for Colin's band.
Shout out.
Mr. Specific. So we'll link in the description of the podcast. It was like a instrumental song that just jumped around a lot. So like sometimes like instrumental and be like, let's hit this fucking riff like for 8 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh fuck, when are they moving on?
I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a whole fucking set.
you go out for a bite, you come back, they're still fucking jamming on that same riff.
So yeah, that I missed it last week. I'm like, I realized after I published, I got the episode recorded. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you're such a dick, dude.
You fucking dighead.
Yeah, you fucked that up, dude.
So, at band practice, I talked about Adam's. He bought a combo amp.
Yeah,
50 watt 1x12. It's the F50 Mesa. That thing is fucking loud as shit. He brought it to band practice, and oh my god. I want to say how funny amp size and wattage is nowadays, which it's like how your pants flapping amp is 100 watt Marshall full stack or whatever. It's like
pants fapping. What'd you say?
Yeah, that's me. But pants flapping is what I said.
Let me see them jeans.
Yeah, just blasting.
Let me see them Dockers, dude.
The Dockers. All cotton Dockers just blasted.
Fuck.
You just tribute to your Dockers.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, that's silly. But so he had the 1x12 50 watt Mesa, like quarter of the way up.
Damn.
And it was loud. we're all earplugged still, and like Brian's all like,
turn that down.
Yeah, he's like, you might turn that down a little bit. He's like,
I'm trying.
He's
over there with tweezers, like.
So it's cool because the controls are simple on the F50. It's like
you use an attenuator or something.
Gain, treble, mid, bass.
Yeah.
Volume.
I'm
reverb.
looking at it right now.
That's it. Super easy.
2 channels, right?
Yep. So he's just kind of dialing it in. And I'm like, he got it quarter of the way up is the way to go.
Damn.
Like, you'll never need halfway. And I'm like, that's cool. It's also different with amps because like my Reverb 50, I was at halfway on that thing. So at 50, I'm at noon on my master volume on the Reverb.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as loud as that Mesa. And so I'm like,
really?
There's got to be a thing with, I don't know. This is where I'm like not an amp guy. I'm like, is it the transformer? Is it the power tubes? Why is the Mesa so much louder than the Orange?
Well, yours is British, so it's proper and, respectful and quiet.
Yeah. Whereas the California American one's like, you better listen to me. I got something to say.
Yo, bro.
I got something to say, bro. What do you have to say? Well, I'll figure it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm like, eventually, like we'll put a pin in that. I'm like, eventually I want to get like an amp tech, amp designer, or something like that on the show because I have no idea what the fuck that is. I'm like, why is the Mesa so much fucking louder? And I've played my Orange out of 4x12s. I'm like, it's not nearly that loud.
What kind of tubes are in the
6L6?
Oh, same as this one. Jesus.
Oh, no, sorry, 6L6 in the Mesa EL34s.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And I'm like, is that a thing? I don't know. So,
man, but I'm looking at Reverb, so while you're talking, because I want to know.
Yeah. It's something that I noticed. I'm like, like I said, we'll come back to it. But quarter of the way, 9 o'clock on the Mesa is enough for a band.
Dang.
So
you said he got a screaming deal on it. That's pretty good deal.
Cool. Yeah.
Because I'm looking at these, and these are like woo up there for such a small amp. I know it's all tube and everything. I'm a tube amp owner myself, so like I understand like the investment in going in on a tube amp.
But it's an amp that he can carry in with like one hand, and go. And he's like one hand, and Adam's a strong boy, so he can carry that. You might need two for some people, but it's like, all right. He's like, this is so much easier than a fucking cab that I might throw my back out on, and also the head I might throw my back out on.
Yeah, well, they should have the plates on the bottom to throw on like wheels. Maybe it didn't come with it, but
I don't think his has it, or he did at the moment.
Has like the standard Mesa wheels that like snap into place.
Ooh, okay. Might have to look into that next time.
Maybe it doesn't have it. I see one that has it and one that doesn't on here, so maybe it was added.
Yeah, it's very cool. So I'm like, okay. So a little update, like in real life. IRL practice on that amp. It's pretty rad. So
nice.
I have, let's see. I'm stoked that I have my next studio tour video locked down. I'll be recording it next week with a friend of the show. He's been on the podcast before. It's actually probably been a couple years. But our buddy, you know him, and hopefully listeners could go back and check that episode out. Buddy Sean Tolley.
Nice.
From Clarity Recordings Studio here in San Diego. He's been just getting clients in, getting the place dialed in, getting gear for days. Like, yeah. So he's got a home studio and he's doing a lot of shit out of it. So I'm stoked because a lot of people have shown interest, but it's always like it's like scheduling guests for a podcast. I'm like,
yeah.
All right. Oh, no, totally down. I can't tell if they're blowing smoke, but they're also like, so when can you get a date? Whatever.
Wait,
like,
what? Yeah. Okay, you tell me, bro.
Can you give me a day? Can you give me a day? Can we? And also, I know, and I kind of am just joking, but like I know they're trying to make money with their studios. So I'm like, an off time, an off day. What do you have? Let's go. And then Sean's like, okay, I got it, bro. Here we go. So next week.
So he's giving you the runaround.
Yeah. No,
he gets to run around.
Yeah. He's all like, okay, here's some free time. Let's go. Let's make.
How does it feel, asshole? And then he's, all right, fine. We'll lock it down.
Yeah. So I'm excited. So I got that going. And then I, at my non-music life or whatever. So for people who don't know who listen to the podcast, Kyle and I have day jobs.
Yeah.
We don't get to do the podcast for a living.
Yeah. If we did, we would do it 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
We would just live stream our whole lives.
Yeah. Just be.
Well, this is me taking a shit for the fourth time today
on the floor in the back. It's like blurred out, but I'm like, I sleep
miserable. Yeah. He's crying.
And
you put yourself on the floor and you're crying about it.
Yeah.
Why don't they give me a real bed? You bought that.
Who's they?
I don't know.
So, we don't do podcast or music full time or, whatever, yada, yada.
And I wouldn't want to. Anyway, I don't want to talk to your fucking face that long. I'm trying to be mean. I can't even be mean with that.
I wouldn't want to get to know you that much. But we have jobs. And so in my day job, I got a promotion.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. So it's...
this calls for another glass of Fresca.
I think Yeah, there you go. That's a Texas treat. So,
It's not.
yeah, I think I mentioned it on the podcast. I was interviewing for a promotion earlier, and didn't get the initial one, but I interviewed for another one, got it. So I'm excited. It's something new. Yeah. So
Nice.
I haven't started it yet, but I got it, so that's nice. So, you know, I guess that's just my personal life. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm excited. So I think I may have mentioned it like maybe 4 or 5 months ago that I was interviewing for one, and they're like,
Yeah.
did he get it? No.
Talk about the fucking interview process. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I got something else instead. So I'm excited still. So that's good. But I was like, oh, a little promotion came with a little bit more money, so I fucking balled out, baby.
Hell yeah. You bought me something? Thanks,
No,
dude.
I bought me something, a Tony Hawk Pro Skater on Nintendo Switch for like $20.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, that's
the remastered one?
yeah,
Damn.
remastered for $20. It was on sale. It was like, I'm sure it's like the plug-in sales. They're like,
Yeah.
1 day left, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I better get it.
I bought 3.
I haven't even gotten paid for the promotion yet, but I'm all like, I'm balling out, baby.
Yeah.
So I got that, and I'm like, man, I always remembered myself being good at Tony Hawk. I suck ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, I'm horrible.
I'm not good at that game. I'm like, they fucking changed the graphics and the physics. I used to be fucking king.
Oh, yeah,
king
exactly.
shit. I'm like, no, I think you always sucked, but the thing is, you had no life.
Yeah. You played it enough that you fucking, like, you were bound to get something. You're bound to get all the letters for skate. You were bound to get them.
Yeah, so that was my
It's like, I
prize-
put 400 hours into this game.
prize to myself that I was like, right, yeah, you got that job at work. Here's Tony Hawk to suck dick at.
Good thing you bought that. Good investment.
It's fun still. I'm like, boy,
Can you play multiplayer on that?
I'm sure I still got to get Nintendo Online.
Yeah, because I have it, so
All right,
we might be able
to
to suck
do-
together.
Suck ass. We just will like keep just falling
Falling
down
just-
in the paint.
Yeah, fuck.
All right, so long. What's new for both of us? But we got a lot going on here.
Yeah.
I think this might be a quick topic because it's a pretty quick fire one. But let me set it up here. Okay, so Kyle likes this band, and I like him too. But Kyle's a big fan of this band called the Deer Hunter, and maybe a decade or so ago, a while ago, they came out with a series of EPs called the Color Spectrum.
Yeah.
9 EPs, I believe, where each EP kind of conveyed what the color of that spectrum felt like, just to the writer and the band. It's kind of a weird concept, but it's really cool when you kind of like listen through it. So the colors are black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white. And so you can assume that the black one is more like probably heavier, darker, and as it gets lighter and to white, it's more airy and stuff like that. Cool album set of EPs. I think it's on Spotify. You can listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't differentiate which color each one is on Spotify.
Yeah. You just have to know, I guess. Or you can listen to it and guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, or you can pull it up on Wikipedia. So,
or you can just kind of go every 4 songs you're a new color. So
exactly, EP. Yeah, and it's like
in the order that you said it, actually.
Yeah. So pretty cool. And I'm like, I definitely have a couple. It's like kind of when like Green Day does like Uno Dos Tres or whatever, like 36 songs. Here's a bunch of them. Like,
don't even compare. Don't even compare those.
No. Well, I mean, just saying, like when a band puts out a shit ton of songs, they're like, you have your favorites for sure. So I know Kyle probably has a bunch, and to me, I even have like I have a good amount too.
Yeah.
So go listen to the Deer Hunter, and they have a bunch of cool albums, stuff like that. Great band live for sure.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the stepping point off of that. I want to rip off their idea and make it more gear related. So we're going to just deflate that pretty much. Their whole grandiose idea. So they had the different colors and made you think different feelings and stuff like that. And as I'm saying, this is more demeaning. It's like what they did and what we're going to do.
What they did, but we're going to do it better.
What each color, what does the effect represent to you? As in a guitar sound, guitar effect. So
yeah.
What does the color red mean to you? What effect specifically? What does black? What is green? Blah, blah, blah. So I kind of have a list here. Do you want to go down it? I wrote mine. I think you're probably shooting from the hip.
I mean, I just wrote it while you did that long ass description, so.
Okay. So we'll go down from black to white.
All right. So black, I think of like distortion.
I think we might align a lot on these. This is why might be why blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I also think a different color for distortion too. So.
Metal distortion for black.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess
that's what I think.
Yeah, I would say the same thing for overdrive. I guess maybe
I think of like HM2. I'm thinking of a lot of like Boss and MXR for a lot of these.
Well, I'm trying not to think of the color of the actual effect itself.
I'm trying not to,
like the box that it comes in, But
they do a damn good job on a lot of those, and some of them are different. Some are obviously. And we spoke earlier, I think on the Patreon, of like artwork can totally dictate it too.
Yeah.
So it's not just the color of the box. So, but I think black, we're both thinking distortion. I'm thinking
distortion.
Heavy metal distortion for me.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have to align on this.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Red, we might be different. What do you think?
Red, I would say like overdrive or maybe even fuzz.
I'm thinking... Well, I'm going to throw mine out there and maybe we just discuss. Compression.
Right.
Because I'm thinking of like the Dynacomp from MXR, which is
You're
red.
literally thinking of the box, though.
I'm trying not to. Like I said, I'm trying not to. But then you think meters on a compression, which it hits red.
Yeah.
Red is dead. And
but you don't want to be in the red, okay?
LA2A has the red lettering. I'm thinking of just things that come to mind, like I said. Like, what do you like? Ink blot test type of thing. Is kind of what I'm trying to go for. I'm like, of course the effect might come to mind, and the next one you're really gonna hate because it's you can see it from a mile away. But you're thinking distortion, right?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Well,
because red is mean. Red.
No,
is
I'm thinking
overdrive.
I'm thinking overdrive.
Okay.
Really for
pushing
the
it
red.
To the red or something like that.
Yeah, where it's like a little more aggressive.
All right, aggro. I get it.
Yeah.
Ready for orange?
Yeah, go for it.
You can guess mine.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Phaser.
Besides an amp. Oh, really?
Phaser.
Orange?
Because it's the Phase 90. That is just stuck in my craw.
Dang.
In my ass. In my eyes.
In my
ears,
crotch.
Whatever you could think of. Oh my, MXR Phase 90. It's orange. Come on.
Yeah.
I guess compressor maybe because the orange comp, but I'm like, no, it's really, I'm just thinking of.
Yeah, I could
only phasers in my head.
Well, yeah, I could do that. I could jump on that. Mm-hmm. Orange is my favorite color too, so I'm trying to what's my favorite effect, But which I don't know. I'll jump on that with you. Mm-hmm. Some phaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yellow. What are you thinking? I'm like a lot of these as it's going down. I'm only thinking of a specific. I
would say
I can't get it out of my fucking head.
Like a spring reverb for yellow.
Okay.
Like a light, kind of like a light reverb.
May I ask why?
I don't know. It just sounds like I don't know. I don't know why I think the way I do.
Is it kind of to do some with somewhat with the Deer Hunter album?
Maybe, but I don't think
you're hearing a lot of those effects.
I don't really know if they. I mean, they do have a lot of reverb on it, but I don't know if it really centers around that. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. Wasn't it more Americana on that album?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
you're hearing some more kind of spring reverb and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Okay, not that I'm like trying to deconstruct. But
what do you got for yellow?
Dumber. Overdrive.
Oh, you're doing
because
overdrive.
I'm
Okay.
thinking of that. SD1, OD1.
Oh my
Distortion
God.
Plus, Strymon, Riverside, and DOD250. I can't think of not overdrive.
You have such a
And the
shitty imagination.
Script writing, the writing on the Sweet Honey Overdrive is all yellow. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to be combative with yours. I'm just asking you, or you're like, all right, donk. Here's a fucking Mario mallet hammer. Get out of here. You stupid fuck. I can't lie. There you go. The next one's even dumber. You can, green. What do you think? Tube Screamer, boom.
Shimmer reverb.
I think Tube Screamer.
God.
Because they're all green. They're all green. Come on. You got to agree with me.
This is a stupid bit now. You made this horrible.
No, I didn't. I pulled a Kyle on you?
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
why is your shimmer green?
I don't know. I just
Emerald
picture
City?
yeah, there you go. You pulled it right. No, I just picture different layers of green and like teal and kind of like those.
Yeah.
I picture like stained glass when I play like shimmer reverb because I can close my eyes and it takes me far away.
Yeah.
I don't know,
like you're
green.
in a church. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Been
I guess
some Catholic churches.
And I play a lot of reverb, so
they're dark, and then you see the stained glass, which is mostly green.
And green's kind of like a color that's in between hot and or like warm and cool. It's getting there.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of, and
Bridges
reverb
the gap,
obviously takes on whatever you're playing, whatever style or whatever's goes into the reverb. So if you have heavier tones, but I would say like a clean tone or maybe a slightly overdriven is green to me.
Yeah, you got, this is bullshit because you have good answers. Mine are just like, well, because the Tube Screamer is green.
Yeah.
Blue. Reverb.
Okay. Just what kind of reverb though? Because I just named like,
because it's wet. It's watery. It's drippy. It's the sky.
Not all water. Not all water is blue.
Well, it's
son of a bitch.
The good ones. Yeah, exactly. The Strymons.
Is it because of this?
No, I'm also thinking like I don't know. A lot of them are, I would say, are blue.
Yeah.
And
a lot of times.
Yeah, or they have blue writing on them. Fenders, the blue writing, and they have the drippy reverb on, not the pedals, but the amps. Like deluxe reverb. Come on. That's good,
so
right?
for blue, for me, it's kind of like teal, but I think of you're in now because chorus.
Okay. I almost said that.
Because
the boss.
This isn't really teal, I guess. This is a light, not necessarily a periwinkle, but it's like a sky blue, I guess. But
a big sky blue.
I would say chorus.
And I almost said that, so I totally agree.
Yeah,
I think because a lot of them are going to go blue because it's wet sounding.
Yeah.
Indigo.
So it's like purple.
Kind of a light.
I guess I think of, I mean, I guess it won't come out across as one of these colors, but magenta is what I think for flanger. So I guess it could kind of fit in that same.
Yeah. Modulation for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't think of like a distortion or tremolo.
No.
Or like tremolo is modulation. But I went similar. I went with chorus. So
okay.
Think of Dimension chorus.
Yeah.
I was thinking because I'm like, it was a toss up between blue and indigo for my reverb and chorus. I'm like, okay, blue fits more for reverb in my head, and indigo totally could be.
Yeah.
for a chorus there. So violet. So it's a deeper purple.
I mean, I'm kind of torn between like a room or plate reverb,
Okay.
but I think like a tremolo actually probably be more
For purple.
appropriate.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like that lighter purple, like the kind of the same color that you have for your guitar. Your
Yeah. The Equits.
Equits guitar.
I was gonna say flanger.
Okay.
So I'm definitely thinking modulation with these deeper colors,
Yeah.
and not a tremolo. Tremolo doesn't fit in the bunch for me. Spoiler, but a flanger, and it's also kind of going with boss flanger.
Yep.
You're like, you Luddite. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess I wasn't thinking that deep into it. Kyle had all these great answers for it. I'm like, okay, here's the last one. White. What are you thinking?
Man. Probably like a. That's tough. I haven't written this one down. Actually, I didn't write very much down, but white would probably be another reverb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably like a choral, like a choir style reverb.
Okay.
Like a very churchy, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess white would be what I consider more of like a compression. I guess.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
The pedals?
I don't have a white compression pedal.
Or I guess like MXR compression.
Oh, you're saying the studio or the
Yeah.
bass comp.
Yeah. I went with delay. I'm thinking
Okay.
like, probably the DD
definitely
series. And then also because it's like white can, infinite and can go on forever. Hey, I got one for you. How about that?
Yeah. I wrote the word delay down, but I didn't put anything next to it. So
yeah. So that was
I
like
can see that.
the white delay. And it's kind of just like, you have your black distortion. You're just, and whereas the other one's like airy and kind of, extending up.
But I don't see delay as being airy. I don't know.
I guess I can see it.
It can get
just like,
muddy real fucking quick.
I guess I just see it like as infinite. Like think of like when you get delayed repeats going on. I'm also grasping at straws.
Yeah. You're doing this in your own head. You're like
extend,
extend,
try and not sound like an
it.
idiot. I'm like, did you just say white because the DD 500 is white? Yes.
Oh shit.
But that was a little quick one. Maybe if you guys got some other ones, if you would think of when you think of those colors, let us know on Instagram or especially the Facebook group. Let us know. Or in the comments of the YouTube video. Let's get on out of here. What do you say, Kyle?
Let's do it.
All right. Just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks. I said,
was that a question?
I know.
God,
is it?
you fucking Ron Burgundying this?
Yeah. And then we have a Facebook group linked in the description for both of those guys. And then, follow along on the fun over there. And if you like what you hear, you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Well, that was a question. I think so. Yeah, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And then Spotify. You can leave a review. Hopefully it's five stars over there. And then let us know what you think about the podcast. If you write it down and Apple publishes it, we'll read it. But if you got any 4-letter words, they will not. And then what else we got here? YouTube, give us a subscription over there. I'll get the studio tours up and running again over there. And then got a couple videos coming out. Johnny Ray is joining me for one. We're going to do, yeah, there you go. Johnny Ray is joining me for, we're going to do that Birdo bass demo. That'll be out really soon. So, what else? If you want to help support the show, you can on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And then you get an RSS feed. And you get to put that into your favorite podcatcher. And you get all the bonus episodes we've done. Ever. Yeah. There's... it's got to be like over 240
or something?
Yeah. A shit ton of episodes. And I looked at it the other day. I'm like, there's that many on there? Anyway, so you get all those. Plus, Christ. Each week we do new ones. And we got, behind the paywall over there, it gets a little it's
spicy.
Kyle and Brian's secret podcast over there.
Secret sauce on the No, okay.
The secret pod over there. And just, for the support, we want to give you a huge shout out. A sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to me?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button podcast, a Seinfeld listen watch along that Brian also does. And I find myself advertising this podcast more than he does it on this one. So it must not be that good. Abe Newman, Michael Newman.
We want guests on that podcast too. So hit us up. And we're going to try and get Kyle on that show.
All right.
We'll do that. It'd be funny.
Can we skip around, or do you guys... We skip to different seasons, or you guys kind of
we do them
in
episodic order. So find one that you want to do.
Yeah,
you start watching Frasier instead. And you're like, I haven't found a goddamn one I want to do yet.
This show sucks. It's the wrong show completely.
This show fucking sucks, dude. I heard Frasier's good. Never seen it.
Yeah. It's like, man, I'm really confused on the storyline. I'm not following you guys at all.
Often compare like Friends and Seinfeld. Friends, I can't fucking stand.
I can't stand any of that shit. Anyways,
what was that?
That was like one of they like freak out all the time. Their characters,
we were on a break.
I can't remember any of their names. Chandler.
I think Ross. I haven't seen that either, but he was in Band of Brothers.
Yeah. Just dickhead in that.
Easy company. I thought we were on a break.
He was good in that though. All right, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got Joe from Masters of the Cinematic Universe and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Would you want to say something?
On the King of the Hill podcast. Joe, he's on
Texas State Boggle Champions.
Yes,
Champs.
A new podcast for me. I love it.
I love it.
You should too. They're from. Hank Hill's from Texas, dude. You need to get those fucking.
It's not a real character. You must like Seinfeld because you're from New York.
Yeah, he's like, and people are like, we do.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
You need to get a fucking Wranglers, dude. Put on your
cut off Wranglers.
No, he wears the pants. You get the Wranglers. You get the fucking loggers.
Oh damn.
Not your Red Wing loggers, but you just drink
lager
loggers all day.
Lights.
Yeah, lager lights, and then
get some fucking propane.
Fucking run house
going.
Dude. Yeah.
We got Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast, Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path podcast, also from Texas State Boggle Champs.
Oh yeah, represent.
We have RJ Smith from Teletalks and Stream Talk Repeat. Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Rowell from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from He Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from Night Tides and also Tennessee and San Diego, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sorry, I had to swallow my spit. These guys got me foaming at the mouth over here. Got me drooling.
Yeah, it got me drooling.
Sean Fahey from Shadowhounds, Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects, Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects, Mike Oxbig.
Oh yeah,
shouting that out. Hugh G-Rection and Yusuf fucking Cock.
Yusuf fucking Cock.
And I'm gonna move Albie with the boys up there. Albie Filner Kraken. With the email address Duncom's Lena Duncom's Lena at gmail.com if you guys want to follow up. Send your love letters to Albie Filner Kraken. As always, followed up by the big boys over there. We got Zach Hale,
Yeah.
Eric Merrill from YouTube, Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices, Tyler Rhines from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Fenslaw from Your Wildest Dreams, Michael McVeigh
From your mom.
from your mom's house, Michael McVeigh, and Matthew Davis. And that is the list.
All right. We will see you next time. We love you. Bye.
Bye.